As we mentioned just a short time ago, voters are casting ballots in 5 U.S. states this Tuesday, with the first results expected in just moments. The 2016 presidential campaign has been full of surprising twists, and some of the sharpest and most entertaining political commentary is coming from comedians. CCTV's Patrice Howard looks at how humor is influencing voters.
I wish you could be president. Me too.
It's getting tougher to take the messages from America's presidential candidates seriously. That's because there are so many comedians making fun of them. From impersonations on late-night TV to viral web videos, comedic commentary is a big X factor this election season.
I remember this cab driver said to me, he said, "Oh, I love comedians because you guys see stuff that we don't see." And I was like, no, we all see the same stuff. We just comment on it in a funny way.
Owen Burke is editor-in-chief of FunnyOrDie.com, a comedy website churning out satirical videos that spark conversation about current events. One of the site's biggest hits this political season was a fake Donald Trump biopic, starring Johnny Depp in a wig and lots of makeup.
Not so bad.
The video takes plenty of cheap shots at the candidate, but Burke says Americans are turning to satire as a primary source of political information this election season, because comedy is simply truth with a punchline.
Scary.
I do think that comedy is always influential because in comedy, it's telling the truth. That's how you make a joke. That's why people laugh.
Well, lately, the candidates themselves have been balancing national debates with late-night comedy cameos, hoping to attract a wider voter base with a little self-deprecation. Of course, comedy isn't always a joke. Sometimes it sparks much-needed discussion. As opposed to argument. When politicians take aim at each other, it can get nasty.
It's a matter of principle, and I'll tell you.
Biggest liar. You probably are worse than Jeb Bush.
When comics do it, it's funny. Like when U.S. comedian Jon Stewart took aim at U.S. Senator John McCain for backing the war in Iraq.
His advocacy of the Iraq War was legend. His sophisticated knowledge of the region, unparalleled, in that it did not parallel with anybody who had knowledge of the region.
Some political cartoonists have earned the same kind of credibility.
I'm trying to just get people to think and talk about issues and debate.
From spotlighting Hillary Clinton's struggle to reach millennials, to profiling the fringe elements in Donald Trump's voter base. Pulitzer Prize-winning editorial cartoonist David Horsey says humor may be the best way to connect with a media-savvy generation.
This generation that's grown up with an attitude that, you know, some of the comedians of the world and maybe cartoonists have as much to say or more, and in some ways are talking more seriously about issues than the mainstream media.
Horsey says comedy is just one of many sources voters should tap for information during this campaign, because picking someone to run the largest economy on earth is no laughing matter. Patrice Howard, CCTV, Los Angeles.